Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Um, Today I wanted to give you a little look at my ongoing shrimp rack build. Um, the rack is basically a Home Depot metal rack that can hold a lot of weight. I opted with this because I don't have a lot of space. I have a family, so I got a lot of toys everywhere, right? So, people who are like me are familiar with what I'm saying, but I went with a 4 foot metal stand. I can't remember the brand name, but I'll try to look it up later and put it in the description. But right now, I have 5 tanks filled with shrimp. Um, the top two on the left, and the bottom three currently has shrimp in it. Um, in the beginning, I knew I wanted to go with the Asian style um, underground filter boxes that you kind of see a lot on YouTube. I am currently, well, this tank has no shrimps, but currently I have a box with ADA soil, Amazonian 2, Amazonia 2. I also have a double sponge filter with a Aquel Pat Mini filter connected to it. It fits perfectly into those tubes. By the way, no gluing. In the beginning, I started off hooking up the undergravel filters with small power heads that I found on Amazon with very low water flow. And honestly, they didn't fit perfectly, so I had to silicone them on. But you know, the worst thing about it is when you shut them off to do water changes and you turn them back on and they don't turn right back on because there's a air bubble in the middle in the unit and you got to shake it out. Eventually that silicone works itself out. So I decided, you know what? Let's just use um, use an air stone. So I use an air stone in the undergravel filter box. Okay, use an air stone on the undergravel filter box, and I have it running on the top 4 tanks, right? Because those are the tanks I'm going to be um, filling up with Caridina shrimps. This last tank is just the extra boxes that I've created and cycled. And right now that tank has no shrimps, and it's kind of like a temporary holding tank at the moment for those boxes because in the end, I'm also going to add 4 more tanks on the bottom of this rack. So I'll probably end up using those, but I wanted to show you what I was doing with these. So the Pat Mini filters that I um, I saw that Mark Shrimp Tank, his YouTube video basically said that these Aquel Pat Mini filters fit perfectly, but it was really difficult to find a seller here in America. In the end, I found that Walmart was the platform being used to sell the Aquel Pat Mini filters. So I bought a bunch from them, and they work great. I use it with the Venturi to provide bubbles. So originally, okay, these tanks, I didn't have any bubblers, didn't have any bubbling action because I was actually annoyed by the sound. But I realized that my shrimps were not doing well. Um, every now and then I would lose a shrimp, and I didn't know why. I tried many different things, but in the end, you know, going with reverse osmosis water, increasing the light, making it better, um, going with and then oxygenating the tanks, right, with as much air bubbles as possible. That seemed to have slowed um, shrimp deaths. Um, Light is very important, like Mark shrimp tanks video said, oxygenation is very important, um, and reverse osmosis water. So those are the things I use to keep these shrimps from dying and being healthy. I'm going to move down to the next level. So this is where I keep um, my blue dreams. So the blue dreams, I have them in there. This one does not have the under gravel filter box because I don't need to buffer the water with an active substrate. So I'm just using the PAP mini filter with a double sponge. It seems to work really well. I'm using La Plata sand from ADA. Um, I have some Java Fern, um, uh, let's see, some moss, and I have a mini phantom Bucephalandra trying to grow it out right now. It didn't do so well in another tank that I'll show you in another video sometime. But that is another tank that that it's it's got its ups and downs, and I'll talk about it. Um, right now, the blue dreams are breeding. A lot of shrimplets in there, so that's a good thing. Then I have some Sunkist um, Neocardinias here. Um, they are doing good, doing very well because I have a berry female right now, so hopefully she can start producing some beautiful shrimps for me. And I think I showed you this tank. Oh, before I forget, let's go back to this one. The the substrate is basically um, black sand that I got from Petco. Uh, it's inert, so that's why I went with it, and it shows off the shrimps better than the La Plata sand on these shrimps. And these are my orange eye orange eye blue tigers. They haven't started to breed yet, but they seem healthy. Like I said in the previous video, I lost one. Hopefully, I don't lose any. I keep them in Neocaridina parameters. So these are all about the same, about a TDS of 200. I don't want to go too nuts on it, but yeah, some people keep these in Cardinia parameters, but I think the seller who sold them to me, we're keeping them in Neocardinia parameters. This empty tank right here, that's probably going to be a green jade um, shrimp tank with La Plata sand. So I just wanted to give you guys a look at what I'm doing. Um, I have some blue steels in here that I got from let's see, I got it from Eric Lucas at buypetshrimp.com. He was great. If ever you guys want to buy shrimps from him, he's great. The first batch came in the middle of the coldest north north northeastern winter, and so they all died in shipping because the entire Midwest, because it was coming from California, was, you know, was zero below. And so somewhere, sometime, they must have died from the cold. I sent him a picture. He responded right away, and he shipped me 10 new ones without me paying for shipping. So that's, they're really, really nice. I have not lost any, I hope. But there's one right there. Beautiful shrimp. That's a blue steel. Hopefully they start to breed for me. Um, then you know about my crystal reds. I bought a second batch from Shrimp Business, right? But they really haven't started to breed. And honestly, I was starting to think maybe the quality of the shrimp from Shrimp Business was not great because some of the others, the orange Neos that I bought from them, Neocardinias, they weren't breeding either. And I was starting to think that maybe they're not that great. So I found a hobbyist who was selling them, selling some crystal reds, and I bought some from him, some adults. I didn't buy shrimplets. And they've been doing well. Hopefully they start to breed. I just think when you buy from a hobbyist, it's better than buying from these shrimp businesses. These shrimp businesses, because except for buyapetshrimp.com, because or they just the ones from buyapetshrimp.com just seems to be really really high quality. Like I said, I haven't lost any, and usually I lose a shrimp every time I buy them, so that's pretty good. Um, Other than that, I think that's about it. Um, so if you guys like this kind of stuff, want to hear me talk more about it and see some of the other stuff I'm going to be doing later in the future, uh, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you want, leave me a comment down below. Okay? Thanks, guys. Bye.